video, obviously y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. I'm going to show y'all exactly how much it will cost you to build a full bolt-on Mustang GT. So with that being said, I'm gonna pull up to a spot and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I bought, how much it cost, and the total price. Because it's honestly, I don't know, man. Either a lot of people with Mustangs either want to go boost or they want to go NA. I'm gonna show you the price breakdown on exactly how much I spent, and I'm gonna show y'all if it's worth going full bolt-on or boost. So stay tuned for that. Go get our car wash real quick.
I be like, why you so got to make you mine? So hard.
Alright YouTube, before we actually get into the video, if y'all are new to the channel, y'all don't actually know who I am or what this car actually is, this is my 2020 Mustang GT. My name is Sheldon. I go by Bonza on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. The socials will be right here at the bottom. But man, this car is absolutely insane, and this car was so much fun stock. But I had to go and drop a little bit of money into it and make it a little bit faster, okay? But with that being said, I'm not just going to be going over the performance mods, I'm going to go over my supporting mods too, because it has to be realistic. You can't just throw power at a car and expect everything to just work perfectly fine on stock parts. So you're going to need to add some things on, you know, non-performance, but it's going to be supporting to make sure that you make that power and you make that power safely. So we're going to add up all the total of everything I put on the car, and we're going to compare, and then we're going to compare full bolt-on price versus boosted. So with that being said, we're going to go over the supporting mods first that you actually need to make the power, and then we're going to go over to the performance mods. Now, supporting mod number one, you can call this a support mod or you can call it performance mod. It's all up to you. But obviously the first thing that sticks out on this car is the drag pack, okay? Now with this being said, you don't technically need a drag pack, you just need a bigger tire. But I found a very good price on this drag pack with the wheel and tires, and like, just come on bro, you cannot beat a weld, okay? I do have a 305 45 17 tire on this 17-inch rim. Yes, these wheels right here, I bought these in a kit. Now retail price is a little bit different, but I bought these off a marketplace. So I bought these for the tire and wheels on both sides of the car. That only ran me $1,000 even. I love putting new parts on my car, but bro, you can't beat the price, man. You can't beat the price. So that's already $1,000 into the build with just wheels alone. Supporting mod number two, it's obviously, bro, every Mustang owner, every performance car needs to have this. It is a oil separator, or a lot of people like to call this a catch can. Now what a catch can actually does is that it catches the excess oil from going breathless. So what a catch can actually does is
this nigga trying to cook a motherfucking damn ham a fucking sandwich.
What a catch can actually does is that it stops the overflow of oil from going back into the engine. So it kind of catches that excess oil and catches it in that can. And if I were to actually take that off and show y'all, the oil is really like dark, almost black. Do not put that back in your engine, okay? Please don't, because that would just literally negate the entire purpose of a catch can. A lot of people say that it's really just doesn't matter, but do not put it back in, dispose of it properly, and then put the catch can back on. But with that being said, this catch can right here ran me $179 or $78 on American Muscle. But honestly, the amount of time and headaches that this one modification can save you, it is 100% worth the price. Go ahead and buy that as your first really supporting mod on your vehicle. Now with that being said, that's honestly all the supporting mods you can say I have on the car. It's just those two things. So supporting mods alone, that should run you around $1,200. I'm also going to go over installation price too, okay? That doesn't matter. It's a realistic list and build. So I have to add up all that in together. I'm going to give you a big total at the very end. But the very next modification that I installed was my PMOS intake, okay? As y'all can see, this is the fender well version. All right, it goes all the way down into my wheel well, and it gets air through right here through this duct. But yes, this right here, this coder intake, it ran me around $400 to almost $500. All right, there's cheaper options you can go with, but for my specific build and how I drive the car and how I want to race, I decided to go with this one. This coder intake actually takes advantage of the high RPMs that this car can actually handle and actually excel at. This is a 10-speed, all right? Everybody knows, like if you're racing a 10-speed, do not do a long race because they will catch up at top end. All right, this car is a top-end monster, and even when I'm facing other full bolt-on Mustangs that have more full bolt-on than me, I'm pulling top end and I'm actually catching up to them. But let's get into the next modification, and this is where it really costs a lot of money. As y'all can see in here, I'm not going to touch it, but these are my catless long tube headers from Speed Engineering, okay? Now I'll actually pop up a few pictures right here, me holding them, and on the website. But yeah, we can tack on another $800, almost $900 for these long tube catless headers. Now with that being said, these headers are really good for your money because a lot of these brands are only charge you just for the headers and maybe connection pipes. Now with this one right here, they didn't just charge me for headers and a connection pipe. They charged me $800 to $900 for the headers, connection pipes, and the mid pipe. For my tuner, I am tuned by Lund Racing, and that tune ran me around $800, I want to say, for the tune itself for 93, and the revisions and all that kind of stuff, which is unlimited. But yes, the next modification I want to go into, can't really show you because, you know, it's in the gas tank, but E85. It says E15, but E85. Yes, I'm on E85 now, and the E85 tune costing me $250 more to add on to the base tune. So in total, tuning wise, I have spent around $1,000 to $1,100. Now, I don't think I'm missing another modification besides one more in the rear. But let's talk about these wheels up front, all right? I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of anxious and I was impatient, so I bought these off Marketplace without actually checking the wheel. And I thought these were 20 by 10s, but these are 20 by 9s. These wheels cost me around $800. So $800 right here on these on these four, because I bought a whole set, on this set of 4 niche wheels. But the next modification I have going on right here is going to be my active mufflers I bought from Valvetronic. Now these mufflers, you don't really need these if you're going to make power, but for my build, I'm going to type in every single thing that I've done, and these Valvetronic mufflers are a must for where I live at and everything that I do. So if y'all are not too aware of what Valvetronic actually is, it is active mufflers. It's kind of hard to see in here, but there's a valve. I'll pop up a picture in the video right here, but there's a valve in here that opens and closes with a click of a button. You can probably hear it closed, and now you can hear a pump whenever it opens. It's kind of hard to hear, but on both sides there's one valve, and these are quad tip exhausts. So with all that being said, of all the parts and all the prices that I've went over, this is the total of how much it costs. My tuner said I'm making anywhere between 480 to 500 horsepower wheel in this type of car. that's around almost 600 crank, or maybe, I don't know, I have to do the actual math, but almost 600 crank horsepower itself. I still have to take this car to a dyno to actually get a real number, but this car feels way faster than stock, and I've beat some 500 horsepower plus vehicles already. So next video is probably gonna be a dyno or a little vlog, whatever it is. But now let's decide which one is more worth it, full bolt-on or boosted. Obviously, y'all see the total price down here at the bottom. Now, with that being said, a lot of people might be saying, yeah, you could have bought a boosted kit or like an ESS or some type of supercharger off of Facebook Marketplace to actually make more power. And you could be right, you know, you could find a very good deal on there of an ESS kit around $7,000, $8,000. And you can go boost it. But with that being said, if you're finding that type of kit off of Facebook Marketplace, you gotta think about the labor as well. So you're not actually spending $8,000 unless you're gonna do it yourself. You're probably spending another $1,000 or $2,000 on top of that to actually get this thing working and actually hooked up properly. Then you gotta think about the tuning on top of that. So with that being said, this is why I went boosted, because it was a cheaper option to buy all these individual components, put most of it on myself, and only charging just the headers to be put on, and that was it. Yeah, but with that being said, that is how much I spent to go full bolt-on on my 2020 Mustang GT. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on the video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.